Shalom, Yasha'Allah. Shalom, Yasha'Allah. Who's up on the late night tip? Who's up on the late night tip? Shalom. And if you're not, you'll get this replay in the morning, in the AM. Let me clean my glasses a little bit. Shalom, family. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Anybody in the building? Give one or two of y'all a chance to get in the building. All praises to the Most High Mashiach Yahweh Shai. Shalom. Shalom, family. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Hope everybody's doing well. All praises. We'll give y'all a minute or two to come up in the building. Well, there's one of y'all or 1,000 of y'all. So I hope, Israel, I hope everybody's well. Shalom again. We are up on a late night. Shout out to anybody that's up on a late night tuning in. Of course, my brother Travis is in the building. Shalom. Brother Travis is always in the building. Shalom, shalom, shalom. All right, so this is going to be just a quick announcement video, but I might hit a scripture or two. You know, we always incorporate scripture with everything, but Salakia, this is going to be an announcement video, Israel, an announcement video. So, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatham to all the Akim, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Shemathun to all the sisters. Most High in the name of Yahweh Shai, bless you, brothers. Most High in the name of Yahweh Shai, watch over you, sisters. All right, so real quick, I want to announce HRI's 5th annual, even though I was having a little argument with myself earlier about it might have been more than 5 years. But the HRI 5th annual Atlantic City Awakening, let me say it again. HOI 5th Annual Memorial Day, so-called Memorial Day weekend, Atlantic City Boardwalk Awakening Rebuke Camp. We usually call it Memorial Day Atlantic City Rebuke Camp, but I want to incorporate awakening because a lot of times Israel we'll talk about, we quick to say we rebuking something, but in our rebuke, we also supposed to be awakening. As we cutting the demons and the doctrines and the spirits out there, which is part of the awakening of our people, because the awakening of our people starts with them being deprogrammed from the lies. So when we're rebuking and we're cutting, and Shalom family, hit the like button, y'all. Let the likes match the viewers. If you come in and you viewing, let the likes match. Let the likes match the viewers. All right. So hit the like button, y'all, and also subscribe if you're not subscribed. We got to get this truth out. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. All right, hit the like button. Right? In rebuking the lies, let me get that real quick. This is 2 Corinthians 10 and 4. 2 Corinthians 10 and 4. Salakia, y'all. Salakia, y'all. Shalom. Just hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Hit the like button so the algorithm can pick up. All right. Let the viewers and the likes match each other. All right. 2 Corinthians 10 and 4. All right. 2 Corinthians 10 and 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of Yahweh, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Yahweh Shai. That's 2 Corinthians 10:4-5. The reason why I read that is because a lot of times when we're rebuking and cutting and shutting down the lies and the doctrines of this society, we also have to edify and awaken. So I say all that to say, but what's in the title, Elder? It's the 5th annual HRI Memorial Day, so-called Memorial Day weekend, Atlantic City Awakening and Rebuke Camp. Rebuke and Awakening Camp. Because as we rebuke, we also got to edify and awaken. All right, so we pulling down the strongholds. The strongholds are the lies. With the truth of the Bible, we pull down the strongholds. The strongholds are the lies, right? So in us pulling down the strongholds, we now have to edify to teach people. Well, that's a lie. Okay, well, if that's the lie, what is the truth, right? Like if we go out on Memorial Day weekend and we say, we're not supposed to celebrate this weekend, even though Memorial Day weekend was started by our people. But it's not a day that was set up by Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. If anything, celebrate the day of Simon Maccabees, which will be next Sunday, May 18th at even. That's a memorial that you can celebrate, remembering our great war brother, Simon Maccabees. All right, so as we rebuke, we also have to awaken. As we rebuke, we also have to edify. As we cut, we also got to heal. Everybody understand? Give me a con 777. Hit the like button, please. Let the likes match the viewers. All right, and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. So, again, Shalom, everybody. I'm here to announce HRI 5th annual so-called Memorial Day weekend Atlantic City Boardwalk Rebuke and Awakening Camp. All right, we're rebuking Memorial Day and the lies, the summer holiday season of this world, 4th of July, Labor Day weekend, all your days of this society, and we're teaching you about the true feast days of the Most High, the new moons, the Feast of First Fruits. All right, the Day of Simon. In the fall, in September, the Feast of Trumpets. I think it's Saturday, September 20th this year. All right, so in rebuking and cutting the lies, we're awakening and healing with the truth. All right, so this year, the Atlantic City Awakening and Rebuke Camp will be on Atlantic City Boardwalk. All right, May 24th, Saturday, Shabbat, May 24th, which will be 2 weeks from this Shabbat coming. All right, this Shabbat coming is May 10th. 2 weeks from this Shabbat coming, May 24th. If you're in the Atlantic City, New Jersey area, if you're in New York, New Jersey, Philly, any other major tri-states or all the states, if you're in the DMV, hell, as far as Virginia, wherever you, North Carolina, South Carolina, if you can drive up, fly, take a plane, whatever. If you're in the Atlantic City area on so-called Memorial Day weekend, May 24th to be exact, that Saturday. Well, May 25th too, because we got an event that Sunday. We got a cookout that Sunday. Come on out and fellowship. Members, rank and file of HRI, members, the body, the church, affiliates, all affiliates, and that are cordial with HRI, that rock with us and we rock with you. We got a good rapport. We're cordial. We affiliate. You're all welcome. Come on out and fellowship. All right. If any of you brothers are bringing your camps down, let us know in advance. RSVP at houseofisraelnyc@gmail.com. All right. So you're welcome. So most of the time it's just HOI, but you know, we're extending the invitation to other camps that we are cordial with and affiliate with, and we have a rapport with, to come on out for the rebuke, all right? And that's that, you know what I'm saying? Israel is welcome, but most of the time it's just us, but other brothers and sisters are welcome. Come on out. So that would be Saturday, Shabbat, May 24th, 2025, 5 p.m. until. Start time, 5 p.m. until. All right. We're not dealing with that. Maybe I'll get to that, brother, later, Brother Romy Williams. Let me make my announcement. You're asking a question that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. No disrespect, brother, but, you know, just wait. When I'm finished, if y'all want to ask a question or two, I'm not really on here for that, but this is just an announcement. But when I'm done, if y'all stay for the duration, when I'm done, y'all can ask your questions. All right, I'll take a couple of questions. But anyway, so again, HOI 5th Annual Atlantic City Rebuke Awakening Camp, so-called Memorial Day weekend, May 24th, 2025, 5 p.m. until. The exact address we teach across from or like diagonal to. We're like diagonal to a pizza shop by the name of Home Slice. It's called Home Slice. The exact address is 1245 Boardwalk, Atlantic City, New Jersey, 08401. The address is in the description box. So if you're driving, you put that in the GPS. You're going to have to find parking at one of the parking lots near there, and then you walk to the spot. We're diagonal from a place called Home Slice, a pizza shop called Home Slice. Home Slice is like at the corner of the boardwalk. We're diagonal across from them on the other corner, right? We're like under an awning type thing on the side of the side of the beach, all right, on a boardwalk. You can find it. You'll hear the mic. When you come, if you find a pizza shop, you'll find us. You'll see the fringes. You'll hear the mic and the speaker. You'll hear brothers teaching and reading. Most I will. All right, so come on out. Support HOI on the 5th Annual Atlantic City Boardwalk Memorial Day Weekend Rebuke Awakening Camp. All right. May 24th, Shabbat. May 24th. All right, Shabbat, May 24th, 2025, 5 p.m. until. Peace and blessings, perfectly imperfect. Shalom, peace and blessings. All right, so come on out. Also, that Sunday, May 25th, 2025, we have a post-camp cookout. We have a post-rebuke awakening camp cookout. Location to be announced. You have to RSVP at houseofisraelnyc@gmail.com. That location will not be given out publicly because it is a, private location. You have to be vetted, and we have to know that you're pulling up. All right, it's in also in southern New Jersey, but we're not just going to get that address out. All right, we got to be vetted to pull up. All right, that's a private location. So that the cookout will be from about 3 p.m. until we'll have flyers and more announcements as the days come along for everything. Perfectly imperfect. You're a great teacher. Thank you, brother or sister. I'm not sure if that's a brother or sister. Shalom. Thank you. All right. Well, thank you, brother or sister. Perfectly imperfect. I try to be. It's all praise, honor, and glory goes to the Most High Mashiach Yahushua. I'm just a humble vessel being used. But thank you. You're a sister, all right? Shalom, sis. My bad. Thanks for the compliment and righteousness, but all praises goes to the Most High Mashiach Yahushua. I'm just answering my calling. All right, I'm just answering my calling. So again, that whole weekend you can come on out and support. Friday we don't have nothing going on too much, but Saturday and Sunday of that so-called Memorial Day weekend, come on out. Some of y'all, you got a 3-day weekend off from work, so come on out. And also that Monday is the new moon. That Monday, May 26th at even is the new moon third month. But we'll announce, that as we go along. It's going to be a busy weekend, busy 3-day weekend. A lot of y'all got the weekend off. Come on out and hear the word and support. All right. Come on out to the cookout. Eat, drink, and be merry. Throw something on the grill. You got that Monday off. You can rest and then do the new moon. That Memorial Day night at sundown, the 26th. That's the new moon third month. The new moon third month falls on Memorial Day this year. So all praise. That's another true memorial that we can celebrate. All praise to the Most High for that. Perfectly. Do I still keep up with Shawapar and Ephraim? Keep up with them? Well, Shawapar is in the camp. Shawapar is the deacon of HOI Atlanta. All right. Ephraim's no longer in the body. Ephraim has his own congregation and camp now. Camp, congregation, church, assembly. Y'all always trying to, not you, sister, but y'all always trying to contain us to camp. Yeah, but to answer your question, I'm trying to stay on topic. So I don't want to be unfair to the other brother. What was his name? Romy Williams. But to answer your question, since Shawapar is he's in HOI. He's like I said, he's the leader of HOI Atlanta. Ephraim is he has his own congregation now. All right. I don't hear from the brother a lot, but he has his own thing going on now. All right, to answer your question, but yeah. All right, now y'all don't be asking a whole bunch of questions. Let me finish my announcement. No, I'm just messing with y'all. Right? All right. Don't want to hog up your time. Just miss y'all together. Yeah. Brothers. A lot of Israel brothers and sisters. We have powerful energy together, but sometimes for whatever reason, it's people go their own way, and it's not always a negative thing. Shawapar is just in another state. Sometimes the gospel got to be branched out. That's what I'm gonna get into a little bit tonight. All right, but yeah, a lot of Israel have a lot of powerful energy together, and the people miss the dynamics together, which is a beautiful thing. But Most High will all be together in the kingdom, right? On this side, things are going to change. Things are going to change on this side, but in the kingdom, Most High will, everything, will be in order and together. But unfortunately, on this side, the dynamic is going to change. It's not always something negative, so nobody, it's not always something negative, but brothers move to other states, brothers relocate, brothers, the gospel got to be preached in other parts of the world. So, sometimes you don't see the same brothers and sisters. That even happen with congregations, sometimes whatever, people move away or whatever. It's just, you like to see certain energies together, but sometimes changes are going to happen in this kingdom. But anyway, back to the announcement. So, life be life and kind. So, y'all come on out if y'all in the Atlantic City area. It will be HOI, New York, New Jersey, and Philly, and possibly DMV, and any other of the body of HOI that might pull up. And then any other camps are welcome. If not, it'll just be HOI from the different states holding it down. Whoever the Most High wanted to be out there. If it's 2 brothers out there or 200, if it be the Most High will, he say the same. The word gonna go out, and we're gonna lift up Yahushai like we've been doing for the last 5 years. It might have been longer, but I don't know. I just say 5 years because I think the first time was 2020, but it could have been 2019, 2018. Salakia, y'all. But this is Proverbs 1. Enough of my rambling. Proverbs 1 and 20, and it reads, "Wisdom crieth without. She uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concourse. So Atlantic City is a chief place of concourse. And you know, if the weather's good, a lot of people are out there for Memorial Day weekend. So a lot of times when you brothers, and this is a message to my younger brothers coming up in the faith, and some of you older brothers. And this is not no disrespect, it's not a slight, but you have to know the technique of picking a camp spot. Some of y'all look like y'all teaching in front of y'all house. No disrespect. And you live in a damn country somewhere on a side road where there's no foot traffic coming by. And people in cars might stop. And don't get me wrong, I understand every city's dynamic is different. You preach where you can. Well, let me find the busiest area with traffic. But some of y'all, come on, man. Y'all putting on a camera and throwing on a garment and the 12 tribe sign, and your ass is teaching in the wilderness, man. You're not John the Baptist. You teaching the damn deers, man. No, it's not a slight or disrespect, but y'all got to know the art of picking, the technique of picking a camp location. You pick the parts of your city where it has the high volume of foot traffic. Then you check out the laws in your city. Nah, I don't mean to crack on Israel, but so maybe that's the best, you know, hey, Paul said, whether in pretense or truth, so some of y'all got that spirit. I ain't preaching to be seen, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, prophesy to the wind, but no, the only reason why I'm saying that is because Shalom, HOINC in the building. God. All right, HOI, North Carolina in the building, Raleigh. Kwame Shalom, Brother Chody in the building. Only reason why I'm saying that is because some of y'all, and I love y'all. Oh, that's y'all what's up on HOINC. Y'all what's up, Kwame Shalom. Some of y'all act like y'all ducking smoke. And the reason why I say that is because it's like y'all pick camp locations where you don't have to talk to, you don't have to interact with nobody, right? It's like you pick camp locations that there's nobody walking by. You're just teaching into the camera. Now, I know, some of y'all, you teach where you can. In some of your cities, you might live in a small country town and there's really no places with high traffic. Okay, whether in pretense or truth, the work is still getting done. You're teaching into the camera, which can go on YouTube, and people can still be edified. Sometimes you go to a live camp area, but it's dead. It dies down, especially at night or the evening. You got to catch these spots when there's the high volume of the traffic, but sometimes you go out when you can, and you might be teaching into the camera or just talking about general topics. That's understandable. But you got to know the art of picking a campsite, all right? I tell you, I save y'all questions for when I finish my announcement, right? This is announcement / this ain't really a lesson. I'm just reading a few scriptures. But Hashar from AOC, powerful brother. General Hashar from the Ambassadors of Christ camp. I came up with Hashar many years ago. Bite the curb. Jim Rose, you must be a white supremacist. American History X. You talking about Jim Rose, you talking about the scene from that movie American History X where the white supremacists made the black man bite the curve and broke his neck by kicking him in the back of the head. And that's what you white people do. But that's why y'all deputies and police officers get ran over by Mr. Hinton. So there's going to be revenge in these last days. The race war is coming. Mr. Jim Rose, bite the curb. But now back to our regular scheduled programming. All right? I'm going to teach you how to become what? But anyway, reading on Proverbs 121. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates, in the city she uttereth her words, saying. So, right? You got to understand one thing. we go to the chief places of concourse. So Atlantic City is a chief place of concourse, especially during the spring and summer months, especially around the pagan holiday seasons or Memorial Day, which was actually started by our people. All right. So Proverbs 122. How long, you simple ones, will you love simplicity? So that's why we call it a rebuke camp. Because we go out there and we rebuke the lies. How long, you simple ones, will you love simplicity? All right. Yeah, let's talk pork. How long will you love to put that pork on the grill on Memorial Day weekend? See, we're going to grill, but we're going to put clean meats and clean foods on the grill. All right, and we're not going to grill for Memorial Day. We're going to grill for the post-rebuke camp day. All right, so it says, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. So that's what we call it, that fools hate knowledge, because what? You don't like to be corrected. So we got to rebuke you sharply, and then if you take the rebuke, then we awaken you and we edify you. All right, so yeah, so again, May 24th, 2025, 5 p.m., Atlantic City Rebuke Camp on a boardwalk. 1245 Boardwalk is the address. That's right near the campsite. For your directions, 5 p.m. is the start time. That'll be Shabbat, so-called Memorial Day weekend, Shabbat, May 24th, 2025 at 5 p.m. Come on out, hear the word. If you want to join us in teaching, we got to vet you, the different camps and brothers that are teachers. We got to vet you, and you'll be on your way. All right. So from there, let's go to Matthew. Let's go to Matthew 24. All right. Let's go to Matthew chapter 24 and verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world. For it, matter of fact, before we get that, let's read Matthew 22 and 9. And Yahushua said this, go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid them to the marriage. All right, the marriage is the kingdom of heaven between Yahushua and his servants. The servants being the nation of Israel, the bride, and the groom being Yahushua. So we got to go out and tell our people about the kingdom. This kingdom going to fall, and a new kingdom is to come. All right, and he said, go to the highways. This happens to be a boardwalk, all right? Similar, right, is a chief place of concourse where there's many people passing by. So those servants went out into the highways and gathered together all, as many as they found, both bad and good, and a wedding was furnished with guests. Because that's what's going to happen. You're going to have a sifting process in this season. Sometimes you're going to gather good fruit. Sometimes you're going to gather not. So people are going to come in. And what's going to happen? The sincere and good fruit, they're going to remain. The fruit that many are called but few are chosen, they're going to be weeded out. And that bad fruit is going to be for an example of what to look out for in unprofitable fruit. But the good fruit is going to remain, and like the parable of the laborers, they're going to bring forth the parable of the talent, Salakia. They're going to bring forth 30-fold, 60-fold, 100-fold of fruit. But the bad fruit is going to be weeded out, and the Most High going to say, see, that's another thing. A lot of y'all worry about why there's so many things that happen in Israel. A lot of times, bad stuff is going to happen in the truth too. But it's going to be for a lesson and an example, and it's going to teach us to look out. Now, if you keep letting the same issue happen over and over again, then you're not learning from the past issues. But guess what? Certain issues are going to repeat themselves because we also go through a sifting. We go through a constant sifting process in Israel. So certain issues are going to repeat themselves because the Most High is going to be like, I'm constantly doing a sifting process. Or I'm allowing a nation to branch off and grow and spread out. This is my program. So every so-called bad situation is not necessarily always, it doesn't always turn out to be a bad situation. You got to see what the Most High is doing in the end result in the end. All right. So that was Matthew 22, 9 and 10. This is Matthew 24 and 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. So we got to go out. We got to spread out. We got to go to different parts of the world. All right. Even though it's local, but that's another part of the world. That's another part of the country. That's the state of New Jersey. All right. So I'm just bringing this out to show why we travel and we go to different states and different things. That's why we need y'all support, because we travel. And y'all can look, the proof is in the pudding. You see brothers, all over the place, basically. Right. The Israelite to further the gospel, to spread the gospel out more. Didn't the Most High say in this same chapter, Matthew 24? He said he's going to gather together his elect from the four corners of the earth. Meaning all over the earth. Not literal it's figurative, but he's going to gather his from all over the earth, all the parts of the earth. All right. So from there, just a few more, 2 more, and I'll close out the announcement. This is Luke chapter 4, and we're going to start at, let me see what I want. Luke chapter 4 and verse 40. Now, when the sun was setting, all they that had any sick with divers diseases brought them unto him. And he laid his hands on every one of them and healed them. And devils also came out of many, crying out and saying, Thou art Yahushua, the son of Yahweh. Right? So, guess what? The demons knew. They knew who Yahushua was. All right? Right? They knew who Yahushua was. Just like there's a story like that in Acts. It said, Paul I know, Yahushua I know, but who are you? It was somebody trying to imitate the power of the disciples in Yahushua. And the devil was like, I don't know you. All right? So it says, Thou art Christ, the son of Yahweh. And he rebuking them, suffered them not to speak, for they knew that he was Yahushua. He told the demons, shut down. Shaquat, Shemai in the ancient Hebrew. Right? Shemai. Don't speak. You shut down, demons. All right. Reading on, it says, and when it was day, he departed and went into a desert place. And the people sought him and came unto him and stayed him that he should not depart from them. So what happened, when they saw all that power of Yahushua, what did they do? They was like, no, stay here with us. And, sometimes on a minute level, we get that sometimes. We might go to a city and we stay there for a weekend. We teach and we break bread and we fellowship with the people. And they be like, oh, man, people wake up to the gospel. How can I join? We might pray over people, anoint people. And they be like, oh, man, I wish you brothers didn't have to go, man. Can y'all stay? Right? Salakia. I just got to block a few people, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Try to hold y'all questions. I'm almost done. I'm gonna have a time where I'm gonna say, do y'all have any questions? But hold on, y'all. Y'all typing a lot of different stuff in the chat. Just hold on, y'all. Y'all asking about Reza Islam, and just hold on, y'all. Just hold on. I'm winding down. Just hold y'all. I'm gonna come to a point where I'm gonna say, do you have a question? All right, just hold on, y'all. All right. Reading on, it says, and he said unto him, I must preach. This is Luke 4. Oh, no, I was making a point about they didn't want Yahushua to leave because they saw the power. They saw he was healing the sick. They saw he was, so they didn't want him to leave. But check out what Yahushua going to say. This is Luke 4 and 43. And he said unto them, I must. Check that out. You gotta look at every word in the scripture, right? Every word means something. He said, I must preach the kingdom of Yahweh to other cities also. What's the key word there? Well, every word is key, but he said, I must. He said, I got to go to other cities and preach the gospel also so the gospel can spread. All right, so the servant is no greater than his master. We got to do the works of Yahushua, and Yahushua eventually said, you're going to do greater works than me. Because you're going, the main reason why Yahushua said that is because if it be the Most High will, this is the generation where we're going to teach the people into the kingdom. In other words, if it be the Most High will, I say we because you want to be of the hopeful elect. If it be the Most High will, Sirach 25:7 says, he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. This is the generation Most High will. If it be the Most High will, hopefully that we will see the fall of Esau's kingdom. That's why Yahushua said, you're going to do a greater work than me. Because he taught and he died under the Roman Empire. Most High will, in this day and age, we're going to preach the gospel and see the modern Roman Empire fall. All right, so that's what Yahushua said, you're going to do greater works than me, along with other things, powers and stuff that the Most High going to give us. But in your generation, you're going to see you're going to see the devil's kingdom fall. That's a greater work because you're going to preach the gospel in a time before my second coming. All right, back then, the disciples didn't witness the fall of the Roman Empire. A lot of them were killed and martyred. All right. All right. So reading on, it says, and he said unto them, I must preach the kingdom of Yahweh to other cities also, for therefore am I sent. And he preached in the synagogues of Galilee. So we got to spread the gospel out. You know, we got to go to, in New York City, we go to different boroughs. We go to Brooklyn one day, Manhattan the next day. We might do a pull-up every once in a while. Every once in a while, the brothers will say, well, you know what, on a Sabbath, we're going to go up to the Bronx. We're going to go up to Yankee Stadium. We're not going to go to Times Square. So you spread the gospel out. That's what it's all about. All right, bars. Spread the gospel out. That's what it's all about. No folly. Acts 1:6 now. Acts chapter 1 and verse 6. And it reads thus and so. When they therefore were come together, they asked of him, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel? So back then they wanted the kingdom, like now. You know, but we do humbly believe, I say humbly, we do humbly believe that we are in the time of Yahushua's second coming. And if it's not our generation, hopefully, at least our children's generation. Hopefully. We don't want to be here that long. But, you know, this might be it. President Trump said, I'm working on a third term. Right? If you vote for me, you ain't got to vote no more. The man said, look, I'm the end time president. After me, there's no more. And if it be the Most High will, we living in that beautiful time. All right. Acts 1:7. And he said unto them, it is not for you to know the times or the seasons which the Father hath put in his own power, but ye shall receive power. After that, the Holy Spirit is come upon you, and ye shall be witnesses unto me both in Jerusalem and in all Judea and in Samaria and unto the uttermost part of the earth. Unto all parts of the earth. You're going to be witnesses unto me and my gospel. All right, that's what Yahushua was saying. That goes back with Luke 4 and 43. And he said unto them, I must preach the kingdom of God to other cities also, for therefore am I sent. And a lot of times we don't even think about the cities we go to. They just develop. You know, you might have a brother or sister in that city. Hey, could y'all come here and teach? Where you at, sister? Where you at, brother? We might have a brother that's in the camp or that joined the body, but there's no congregation in that city. So he's like, hey, can I bring y'all here so we can maybe start getting we can do groundbreaking in my city. All right. Right. So, yeah. So we must preach the gospel in different cities. So again, HOI 5th annual so-called Memorial Day weekend, Atlantic City Boardwalk Rebuke Awakening Camp, 5/24/2025, Saturday, Shabbat, May 24th, 2025, 5 p.m. until We're going to be on the boardwalk in front of 1245 Boardwalk. That's the address. 1245 Boardwalk, Atlantic City, New Jersey, 08401. Diagonally across from a pizza place called Home Slice. That's what we'll be teaching for so-called the Sabbath of Memorial Day weekend. Rebuke, but awakening and edifying also. All right, hit the like button, y'all. All right, and subscribe. So come on out. Also that Sunday, May 25th, Sunday, 5/25/2025, May 25th will be a post-camp cookout on that Sunday. A post-camp cookout, all right? Shalom, that's Ira, Yahweh, Shalom King. Yahweh Shema Shabakatah, Kwame Shalom. All right. So again, I just announced it, Perfectly Imperfect. You gotta listen to the video again. The first day is that Saturday. Nothing going on that Friday. That Saturday, May 24th. That Saturday, May 24th. 5 p.m. until Boardwalk Rebuke Camp. 1245 Boardwalk, Atlantic City, New Jersey, 08401. 5 p.m. until. All right. RSVP or get more information at houseofisraelnyc@gmail.com. That Sunday, I just said this. I'm going to repeat it again. That Sunday, Shalom Don Israel. All right. That Sunday, right? The post-camp rebuke cookout. Post-camp rebuke cookout. That's Sunday, 5/25/2025, 3 p.m. until. That location is to be announced. You have to RSVP for that location. That's a private location. That address will not be given out publicly. That's the post-camp cookout. That Sunday, all right? That's the 2 days we got planned for that weekend. That Monday is so-called Memorial Day, but that Monday at sundown is the new moon. We'll be keeping that in different locations, all right? So now, again, first and foremost, any questions about the Memorial Day weekend Atlantic City Rebuke Awakening Camp? The camp or the cookout. That Saturday is the camp. That Sunday is the cookout. Any questions about that? Also, we have a hotel block in the area. If you're interested in coming up and getting a room, we have a hotel block reserved. Just email us and we can connect you to the hotel block that we got reserved in the general. It's in the area. All right. It's like in between the cookout area, the cookout, where the cookout going to be in Atlantic City. And we also we're going to have 1, possibly 2 vans available to transport. But no, we cannot come to Arizona and pick you up. All right. No folly, Israel. But if you make your way into the area, we'll have transportation to help people get around in the local area. Let's say if you stay at another hotel and your hotel is a little ways from the boardwalk, we'll have local transportation. But we cannot come to South Carolina and get you. No, we cannot. No folly. All right. So now, any questions about that weekend? Sister Perfectly Imperfect, you got the jolly sister because you having a good time up here. Right? No folly. All right, now, any general questions? If y'all got questions about that weekend, you can email houseofisraelnyc@gmail.com. All the information is in the description box. All the information is in the description box if you got any questions about that weekend. Oh, also, let me say this. The 4th of July rebuke will be this year, Friday, July 4th, 2025, 12 p.m. until in front of the White House, where we'll be setting up, but I'll do a separate video to announce the logistics of that. But we're doing our annual 4th of July rebuke camp in front of the White House again this year. I think our 8th annual. I think this is our 8th annual. HOI stands for House of Israel. Sister's question earlier. No, I don't know Brother Rizza Islam. I watch him sometime. He's got he's got some good information about the people, but I don't know the brother. I've never spoke to him or nothing. But any black leader that speaks anything good for our people. It may be a different school of thought. It may be Islam, 5%er, whatever, Black Power, conscious, woke, but some of them do say some good stuff concerning the helping our people. 8th annual HOI White House Rebuke 4th of July camp. No Filipinos are allowed. Most Filipinos are not our people. If there's some scattered Israelites from the Philippines, then they will have to show that their father is of descent from one of the tribes. But we don't believe Filipinos are our people. There may be some Israelites scattered there, but most Filipinos are probably from Japhet or maybe perhaps Moab. It depends on the history. All right. Lord Toaster, you got to be Hispanic of Indian descent, not Spaniard. Okay, as long as you cool, I saw him on Corey Holcomb. Okay, yeah. I got no problem with Brother Rizza Islam. He just need to become Rizza Yasha Allah. He need to become Rizza Israelite. If his father's Judah, Benjamin, Levi, or one of the Northern Kingdom, or so-called Native American, Seminole Indian, which I believe Rizza is Judah, but I could be wrong. But I believe he's so-called African American. If my rib is on her monthly period, can I still be under the same roof for them for 7 days? Brother, you going to rent an Airbnb or a hotel and pay all that money? Use wisdom. Don't be over-righteous. Technically, you're not supposed to be under the same roof, but sleep in a different room. Keep your distance from her as much as you can. Unless you're going to spend, to go to a decent hotel, you're going to spend about $1,500 for 7 days. So don't be over-righteous, right? Don't be over-righteous. Just keep your distance from your woman as much as you can until the 7 days is over. All right? Or pay $1,500 to $2,000 for a hotel or Airbnb. Or if you got a relative's house you want to go to, knock yourself out. But most of the time, it's convenient to be in your home. But if you got the means to be separate from her for 7 days, do it. But if not, do what you got to do. All right? You cook the meals or eat out where she ain't got to touch too much food or whatever. If you live in a house, stay upstairs and she can stay downstairs. Use a separate bathroom. Most houses got 2 bathrooms or 2.5 baths. Use a separate bathroom. Do the best you can to stay away from her. Or pay 2 racks to stay at the Hilton for 7 days. Or sleep in your car, goddammit. But I'm not doing all that. All right? Sleep in a backyard on a, what's that thing that swing on the trees that you can sleep in? I forget the name of that. Salakia. Sleep in a backyard for 7. No, I'm just messing with you, brother. Arya. Is that Arya from SOT? Which Arya is that? We got so many damn Aryas in the nation. Yes, we got a congregation in Vegas. HOI Las Vegas. Under Brother Quadash and Brother Irie. All right. Oh, San Diego, Kwamishala. SOT San Diego? Aria, are you SOT San Diego? What camp you in? You asking about Atlanta, and you in San Diego. The hell is going on? Nah, no folly. A hammock, yeah. Sleep in a hammock for 7 days in the backyard. If you live in a warm climate. Oh, you in Atlanta now. Okay, you originally from San Diego. You in Atlanta now. All right, any more questions, y'all? What are today's mathematics? I'm not a 5%. I could not tell you, brother. Wisdom culture cipher. Because the black man is God. Jacob, the two-headed scientist, is the devil. You can't reform devil, especially she devil. Nah, no folly. I don't know today's mathematics, brother. Culture of freedom, like Brand Nubian said. You gotta know your culture of freedom. I don't know, brother. No folly, no folly, no folly. See anything off-putting above? I don't know what that means. Perfectly imperfect. You have some wine tonight. You are on one, sis. See anything off-putting above? I have no idea what you're talking about. Chariots? Yeah, people see chariots all the time. There's chariot sightings all the time. I see chariots. The Most High show them to me. Anybody else on a late night? What kind of wine you was sipping, sis? You got the jollies. Nah, it's all good. You just in good spirits. I'm just messing with you. No folly. Anybody else? You said last see you been out to Vegas. Brothers are in Vegas. The HR Atlanta isn't at 5 points anymore. Yeah, they Shalpar just got a crazy work schedule. Atlanta has to regroup, but Shalpar has a crazy work schedule. But he's freeing up his schedule. They're gonna be getting out there on a regular basis anymore. Brother Ariel, what camp you from? Some of y'all, I don't be knowing y'all YouTube page names. That's probably a brother. Shit. Oh, you're not in any camp. Oh, I was like, don't tell me that's a brother I know. I just don't recognize his YouTube name. Shalom. Oh, you had some of the brown sugar, the medicinal. Yeah, I know you had the jollies. No, brothers are they'll be back to 5 points. They'll be back to 5 points. Most I will. I'll speak to Shower Pod soon, and they'll be back to 5 points. Yeah, SOT is down by the park. SOT is yeah, y'all all of them is still out there. Kaya and them, they still out there. The brothers SOT, they still out there on they by the park, they down by the park on the other side. So 5 points is not totally empty. I think IUIC is still out there around the corner by the CVS. I'm not sure. But HR Atlanta should be back out there. No, I don't know about ISUPK. I think they move around Atlanta. Phone lines, maybe. I might do that in the future, but I usually just take y'all questions here. But I know talking on the phone is more. I might do that. I might allow y'all to call in, but y'all got to be in order. All right, I might, because I actually was about to open another number on my line, and I was going to use that strictly for Israel. So I might open that line up, and people could call in. All right, so that's it. I don't see any more questions or anything. So again, just to recap, HOI will be in Atlantic City for our fifth annual Memorial Day weekend Atlantic City Boardwalk Camp. 5/24/2025, 5 p.m. until in front of Home Slice or across from Home Slice Pizza, 1245 Boardwalk, Atlantic City, New Jersey, 08401. Sunday, that following Sunday, the 25th, will be our post Boardwalk Camp cookout, 3 p.m. until at an undisclosed location, private location. You must RSVP at House of Israel NYC@gmail.com to get vetted and be able to come to the cookout to the private location. All right, you can, camps are welcome. Just come in order, come in the spirit. Don't come with no doctrines and no folly. Don't come with confusion. Camps that we'll cordial with, we affiliate with, that we have a rapport with, you're welcome. Israel is welcome as long as we have a rapport with you and we are cordial with you. If you don't like HOI, stay away. There's no need to come. All right? We're not out there to battle doctrine and get personal and all that. Just keep your distance. But if you a brother or sister in the spirit that we affiliate with, cordial with, have a rapport with, come on out. You're welcome. And I don't say that to be negative, but some people don't like HOI for whatever reason. And it's not a woe is me thing. It is what it is. Perfectly Imperfect. All the links to donate are in the description box. Go down to the description box. All the donation links are there. We got Cash App, PayPal, Apple Pay, Chime, and Zelle. So go down to the description box. And we got our GoFundMe there. Go down to the description box. All the donation links are there. All right? And thank you in advance for your donations and your support. Yeah, donate and support y'all. If and when y'all can, if y'all can afford to. Donate if y'all can. That helps support. And don't say you're going to donate and don't. No folly. That's what y'all. All right. But Israel, man, I got to stop doing that. If I had a dime for everyone that's, I'm a support elder, just do it. See the donation links? See the donation links? Just support, all right? You don't have to give us a whole bunch of lip service. I'm not talking about you perfectly imperfect. I'm just saying in general, a lot of times, you know, just do it. It's okay to talk about it, but be about it. All right? Come on, we got next. Yeah, Brother Ira, just keep in touch with me on the email, houseofisraelnyc@gmail.com. Hopefully I should be in Atlanta sometime this year. Most I will. Maybe sometime over the summer. I know Perfectly Imperfect. You got the jollies. You got the jollies, sis, tonight. Yeah, keep up with me, brother. Cause yeah, man, I'm homesick from 5 Points. There's not a lot of street teaching videos on Patreon. We kind of slowed down on the Patreon. Man, social media haven't been too nice to HOI in the last couple of years, but we have street teaching some periodically on HOI Mustard Seed. That's one of our main channels that, where we got the most subscribers. We got HOI Illinois, Philadelphia. We got all the other states, Vegas, but You mustard seed, and that'll take you to the other channels. But we don't have a lot of good we don't have a good setup with YouTube right now. They keep we keep getting strikes. We keep getting strikes, and is Chief? Yeah, I believe so. I believe the brother's still in Augusta. We don't have a good rapport with YouTube right now, man. They keep we keep getting strikes. They keep shutting our pages down. We do the work. We don't take no breaks from doing the work unless there's other stuff going on. If we're not out teaching on a camp day, is because more likely than not something else is going on. Either brothers got caught up with work that day, it's a feast day, it's a meeting, weather. But if ain't nothing hindering us, we out there. But it may not always be on YouTube. It might be live on Facebook. It might be live, on a less popular platform. But because our presence is not like the other camps anymore on YouTube, don't mean we're not out there teaching. All right. So I'll be live on here once in a while, periodically. And once in a while, we'll upload a new video to HR Mustard Seed, like maybe, once a month. All right. That's just how it is now, Salakia. All the other HOI camps, we got HOI Illinois, HOI North Carolina, HOI Vegas, HOI Los Angeles, HOI Chicago, HOI Philadelphia, HOI Bruce City, Milwaukee. All those other camps are up. But for some reason, HOI New York, we can't get no love. But we got HOI Mustard Seed, which that channel is, but it's, because of the dynamic, we only able to upload to that channel once in a while. Yeah, we do Zoom. We got Zoom 4 times a week. On the Sabbath, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. You got an email to get the Zoom, houseofisraelnyc@gmail.com. All the information is in the description box. All the information is in the description box. All right, that's it, y'all. All right, so again, pull up HOI 5th annual Memorial Day weekend, Atlantic City Boardwalk Rebuke Awakening Camp, May 24th, Saturday Shabbat, May 24th, 2025, 5 p.m. at 1245 Boardwalk, Atlantic City, New Jersey, 08401. That's the address. 5 p.m. until the cookout will be Sunday, 5/25/2025, 3 p.m. until at an undisclosed location. You must RSVP at houseofisraelnyc@gmail.com to get that location. All right. And the 4th of July rebuke will be Friday, 4th of July, 2025. No, it will not be July 14th. It's properly called 4th of July rebuke. So the next video will give that information out. All right. And other upcoming events. So email us for more information for the Memorial Day weekend rebuke and cookout. Email us to support Join HOI if you're a new brother, if you want to become part of the recruiters program. If you're a new sister, if you want to become part of the Sisters for the Kingdom, where my Aquaf's at and our different sister links. Email at houseofisraelnyc@gmail.com. Hold that thought, Aria. House of Israel NYC at gmail.com. All the donation links, if you want to support, all the donation links are in the description box. Cash App, PayPal, Chime, Apple Pay, and Zelle. That's our 5 main sources of donating. We even do check and money order. If you need that information, email us. And support HOI is not always monetary. You can always support with prayers, encouraging words, positive energy, coming out to the camps, coming to feast days, coming to classes, teachings. That's all support also. It's not just financial. It's support the work in every which way and form. But the financial support is always needed and always appreciated, and everything is always needed and appreciated. All right? Ira, will you gather all the real elders scattered, big homie, and fix it? Zephaniah 2:1. It's about that time. I don't have that power, brother. I do not have that power. That would be great. It's funny you spoke about that because it's crazy now because there's a for lack of a better word, there's like a civil war in Israel now. Is the younger generation versus the older generation. Not all. So nobody gets simple. Because we did a clubhouse room on how the YNs, this street vernacular, the YNs are coming up against the elders. So and my only thing to that is, well, I can speak for myself because some of the younger camps out there, one of the younger brothers in the camps out there, they said I'm one of the failed elders that I need, that I'm only speaking for myself. They mentioned a lot of us, where they put our picture up on a YouTube live video, but I'm one of the elders' pictures that they put up and said that I need to be moved out of the way because I'm one of the failed elders of Israel, and that's fine, If the Most High say that, I don't necessarily believe a man can dictate that, but if the Most High say that, then fine. There's nothing I can do about that. I failed the nation as an elder. I got to be moved out the way for younger leaders to come up, or a better elder than me. Fine. If that's the Most High's will, it's not like then it's a done deal. There's nothing I can do about that. Most High gonna move me out of the way. Forbid, Lord forbid, because I hope to still be able to be used by the Most High to teach, lead, give counsel, be an elder, whatever. But that's what's going on. That's what's being put out in Israel now. I can speak for myself because they mentioned a lot of elders. They had our picture up on a board and said these elders have failed the nation. They need to be moved out of the way. So if I'm one of the elders that's being called to be moved out of the way because I failed the nation, then that means I can't go out there and gather no elders together to fix the nation because I'm one of the elders that is being called for to be moved out of the way. Right? So, that's what's being put out there. So a lot of these younger brothers, they don't respect me. They don't respect a lot of elders, but I can only speak for me. And they've made it known. They put my picture, and it's not just woe is me, Zabach. They put a lot of elders' pictures out there and said, these are the elders that have failed the nation. And they have my picture up there as one of them. So I don't have that power to go around and get elders together, brother, and bring them together to fix the nation. I only got the power that the Most High gave me here to deal with my camp and maybe some of the nation, for those that still will acknowledge me and accept me as an elder. Because you got a lot of the younger generation now that's saying me and a lot of other elders are unfit to lead the nation. So I really don't have nothing to combat that, but if that's the Most High's will, If that's the Most High's will, then it's a fixed fight. There's nothing I can do about that anyway. That's already in the plans of the Most High. But see, Sister Perfect and brother, everybody don't feel like that. A lot of these younger brothers in camps in Israel, they don't respect me. And they don't, not like I said, it's not a just woe is Elder Zabach thing. There's a lot of elders that they saying they don't respect, and we need to be moved out of the way. It's like a civil war going on in Israel now. And like I said, that's fine, because at the end of the day, because these younger brothers that are coming up, they're adamant about this. So they're saying from what they see in the scriptures that obviously what they're saying is this what the Most High showed them. So that's actually a good thing. And the reason why I say that is because if the Most High is showing y'all that the old elders and God need to be pushed out of the way to make way for new leadership, whether it's going to be y'all coming up or whatever, that's a good thing for the nation. But all I'm saying is be sincere with that. And if that's the Most High's plan, that's fine. That's actually a good thing. That means the nation going to start being moved in the right direction. But hopefully y'all the brothers that the Most High going to use. And it's out of sincerity. It's not out of competition and wanting to be seen and lack of respect for the elders. And you just want to be the next leader because your covetous of power. Let it be sincere. But if that's the case, then that's actually a good thing. Because that means what? Guess what? Now proper leadership is about to come into Israel. And I'm not going to be against that. If the Most High decide to move me out of the way, I wouldn't want that. I would still hope that I'm worthy enough for the Most High to still use me as a vessel. But if that's the case, that's actually a good thing for Israel. Lord forbid, if I got to be moved out the way for better leadership to come in, and because that means we get into the kingdom. Now we getting down to real kingdom business. If that's the case, because let these brothers tell it, they see that in the spirit. Huh? Why worry about that? I'm just answering a question. Yeah, you're right, sister. See, not if it's about clout chasing, I got a motto. Any brothers that been around me, brothers in HOI, even former brothers of HOI, I got a, even Israel. Sometimes y'all hear me say that. If your intentions are not right, the Most High going, oh, I was about to get on my Brooklyn, y'all. I was actually about to say, if your intentions are not right, the Most High going to F you up. And I was going to say the word. I was about to say, the Most High going to punch you in the mouth, nigga, if your intentions is not right. That's just a figure of speech, y'all. I don't want nobody to get punched in the mouth, right? Let's punch Esau in the mouth, right? But, no folly. But, y'all understand what I'm saying? It's a figure of speech. The Most High going to crush your ass. Right? Now I'm going to get on one. The Most High going to crush your goofy ass if your intentions is not right. But if your intentions are pure, and this is what the Spirit is showing you, and this is the right move in the Most High Yahweh Shai, then by all means. Because it's going to prosper anyway. It's going to prosper anyway. But if you want some hating, clout chasing, covetous, envy, jealousy, competition, wanting to be the HNIC, the Most High will throw your ass off a cliff. That's a figure of speech. In other words, that's how bad the Most High will shut your plans down. So let it be sincere. That's all I'm saying. So if it's a change of the God, because this what these, some, not all, this what some of these young brothers are saying. That's the narrative. By all means. Some brothers are saying only their elders are the righteous elders of Israel. Some brothers are saying these elders over here or this, you know what I'm saying? Who are those jokers? You help me come into this truth or pray to the Most High for your service for the nation of Israel. You and Brother Nakam from Watchmen for Israel are my two favorite teachers. Call me Ashala, Brother Don Israel. Hey, I'm just a humble servant. But anyway, I'm just saying, Brother Ari, And that's a good question or comment. Can we bring the nation together? Can we bring elders together and really tighten up the nation? I wouldn't say fix, because that's another thing. There's a lot of good in the nation. You know, one or two incidents happen and everybody act like, and I will go on record to say, I believe, in my most humble opinion, there's more good going on in Israel than bad. You know what happens? The bad get magnified. You know, the scriptures tell us in Proverbs, our people's feet are swift in running to mischief. Israel loved mischief, drama, gossip, and negativity. So the negative always get broadcast. The sin, the hatred, the threats, the cursing out, that all gets broadcast. That all gets magnified. You rarely hear the good work in Israel get magnified. It's always the negativity and the gossip and the drama and up in somebody's household and destroying a brother, destroying a sister. I'm going to expose this nigga. Which, if something got to come out, it come out. I'm not against that. If something got to come out, the Spirit brings something out, it comes out. It got to come out. Wickedness, whatever. But that gets magnified more than the good that's going on in Israel. And I believe there's more good going on than there's bad. It's just the good don't get magnified. But anyway, to go back to what Brother Ariel was saying, Paul said in Thessalonians, I beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Hamashiach Yahushua, and by our gathering together unto him. The ultimate gathering is going to be to Yahushua. We can gather the nation to the best of our ability. And don't get me wrong, if the Most High still allow and continue to use me as a vessel, I gather as much as within my power that I have to do. But I have no power now to get elders together to fix the nation. A lot of elders I don't even talk to. I don't even have their phone number. I don't speak to them. They don't speak to me. And a lot of niggas think they ish don't stink. You know, brothers think they better than you. I'm not dealing with all that politics. I'm hopefully going to be used as much as the Most High want to use me. But if something like that could be done, brother, by all means. And I was the one the Most High would use if I felt that calling. But the state of the nation now, there's brothers calling for me to be moved out the way as an elder. So, and that's fine. You know, along with many other elders, you know, mainly elders that come out of the so-called One West understanding. So now is not a time for that, because the Most High, we basically got another split in Israel. Is a split between some of, not all, some of the younger generation and the old generation. So now we got it. This ain't even a camp split or a congregation or whatever. Now it's another split in the nation. So your thought process is excellent, brother. But if something like that could happen, hopefully the Most High could open the door for something like that to happen. Whether I'm the vessel used or any elder or vessel. All right, I'll say it like that. But let me read that. I can close on that. 2 Thessalonians 3:1. I've been ranting, so let me throw a scripture in there. Yeah, you know, brothers said the old elders need to be moved out of the way. So hey, if that's what the Most High told you and showed you, and that's His will, not your personal will, it can't be your if the intentions are not right and pure, the Most High going to shut it down. All right, the Most High will let the twin towers collapse on your program if it's not the right intentions, if it's not the right spirit behind it. All right. 2 Thessalonians 2:1. Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Hamashiach Yahushua, and by our gathering together unto him. So the ultimate gathering is going to have to be to Yahushua. Now, we can gather the people in the spirit of Yahushua. That's still gathering to Yahushua. All right. It said they probably are saying that because many of the elders keep old beefs between each other, and I see that all the time between the camps. That's true. Yeah, that's true too. And let me let y'all know something. For the record, I got no beef with no elders. I got no beef with nobody in Israel, really. Now, do I not mess with certain people? And let me try to even be more humble about that. Do a lot of people not mess with me? I haven't been the perfect elder or brother in Israel. I'm not going to sit up here and say that. I had my sins, my shortcomings, and I still battle every day to be better. But I know the Most High have used me to do good work for the nation. And that's not to toot my own horn or brag. You know, people to the Lord said, let another man praise thee, not thy own mouth. And I don't really need praises like that, like vainglory, but that comes with the territory of doing righteous works. But I'm not going to sit up here and say I'm the most righteous, blameless, I do no wrong elder. All right? We all have faults, but you have to strive to be blameless, strive to be perfect. Keep striving. A just man falls 7 times. Keep washing that garment so it can be, keep bleaching that garment so it can be pure white. Keep getting them stains out so that by the finished product of that garment is pure white, because you're going to keep getting them stains out. You're going to keep bleaching and washing till them damn stains are out. All right? But I got no beef with no personal beef with no Israelite. Some Hebrews I don't really deal with, I don't mess with, because they don't mess with me. You know what I'm saying? And they may have their legitimate reasonings. I'm not here to say I'm righteous, man. Why this brother don't want to deal with me? They got possibly the legitimate issues with me. You know, so but I got no beef with no old elders from One West. You know, them brothers do what they do. I wish them well. You know, now one thing I do, I don't kiss nobody's ass. I don't kiss up to nobody that think they the ish in Israel and they camp is the only one and the most I only did. I don't kiss up to nobody. You know what I'm saying? I learned that from a child. I will be cordial, respectful. You say shalom, I'll say shalom. You still a brother, you still a sister in Israel. But ain't nobody kissing your behind to get along with you. That's another thing. These brothers act like only the Most High dealing with them. So that keeps division. So I got no beef. I got no old beefs with no elders or none of that. I'm good. What do you think of IUIC? I got no problem with IUIC. Do I agree with everything? Hell no. But I don't got no problem with IUIC on any personal level. Them brothers are doing great work, and you know, I don't really have no issue with them. Some of these camps, you know, IUIC, some of these camps, I think certain of their members, I'm not going to say all, I think certain of their members can humble themselves. They come across a little prideful. But other than that, I got no personal issue with brothers. Right? Yeah, keeping distance and keeping. Yeah, you got a lot of righteous brothers and sisters in IUIC. I think, you know, I humbly believe there's righteous Israelites everywhere in all the different camps and congregations. The Most High just going to sift out the ones that ain't right, and the ones that are rolling in the spirit, they're going to remain. But I got no issue with nobody. Do I have, you know, things I see? Do I agree with everything? Do I agree with every doctrine? Do I agree with certain pride and different stances brothers take? Hell no. But overall, I got no issue with really nobody in Israel. You know, I got no issue with none of nobody in Israel. Even if I keep my distance, that don't mean I hate you. A lot of times, I keep my distance as out of caution. You know, that's just how it is. New subscriber, all praises. Yes, HODC, yeah, I talk to them brothers from time to time. Sometime, maybe once, twice a year, I might pull up to their school. I don't see them that often, but, you know, maybe once a year or something, I'll pull up. But, yeah, I'm very cordial with HODC. The leadership in there are still some of my elders that I came up under in One West. Yeah, doctrine keep brothers divided. Me and Hashar are similar to you. Yeah, some people have told me that. General Hashar is very fiery. He's a Gadite, so he's very fiery. We came up together years ago in House of David. We used to teach together in Times Square. But you know, brothers branch off and got their own, became leaders within themselves. Yeah, Barat, Banyamyan, yeah, Hashar. Yeah. Yeah, it'll be great for brothers to come together, but it got to be in the right spirit. It got to be in the right spirit. And then, you know, a lot of times brothers just don't be liking you, man. And you could pick up on it. And you be like, yo, I got to keep my distance, man. You know, you could pick up on it in the spirit, man. And I'm not talking about paranoid and you proud and puffed up and you got your head up high. Everybody hating on me because I'm the kid. No, I'm not talking about that. Like, you do nothing to brothers and you can just tell brothers ain't really feeling you. Maybe, and you know what it is too? A lot of people, I put a post about this on Facebook. All right. This is supposed to be an announcement. I'm going to have to do a separate video about the Atlantic City pull-up and just stick with that. This done turned into a whole lesson, Q&A discussion. A lot of brothers and sisters go by stuff they hear. Now, I did a post about that, and my last lesson on this channel was about he say, she say. A lot of people go by what they hear now, right? I get that. To me, that breaks down in 3 categories. You can hear something about somebody and it be a complete lie. It can be a complete lie. Number 2, you can hear something about somebody, but let's say that's true. But you don't know, that person might have repented from that. They might have moved on from that. You know, you don't know where that person is right now in their walk. That could have been an incident that happened then. Number 3, you can hear something about somebody, but that only might be that person's experience with them. Other people might talk about that person and say, look, I never had an issue with that brother or sister. They always been solid with me. But for some reason, you and that person had a clash. So I noticed that with Israel, especially with social media now, a lot of people go off stuff that they hear about people. And I would say, yeah, you hear certain stuff about people and you keep hearing and you know, you like, well, yeah, you know, people might be like, yo, watch that brother, watch that sister, whatever. Okay, fine. But you also have to give people the benefit of the doubt. And somebody else's experience may not be your experience with that person. So I say that to say there's a lot of division in Israel because people go off what they hear about people and have never really proven that brother or sister themselves to say, well, I got a solid. It's brothers that had jacked up situations with other people. Never did nothing to me. Been nothing but a solid brother and sister to me. And if I got a rapport with them, I say, yo, what you did with that other brother or sister was wrong. I'm going to tell you. Because I got love for you. You've been solid with me. But you off on that, man. And you need to make that right. That's what we need to do. But you can't just, yeah, I don't like that brother, man. 5 brothers told me about him. You don't even know the brother or sister. All right, so Clark Kent, what are you talking about? You talking about Ariel from One West? MAGA 2028. Yeah, Trump, hopefully Trump is president again in 2028. So we can get the hell out of here. Hopefully this place don't make it to 2028. Hope Russia sent a damn nuclear bomb. But anyway, y'all, I was closing out earlier. Y'all done got me 20 more minutes talking. But all this stuff will be dealt with in due season. You know, but don't be discouraged, y'all. The nation gonna come together because that's what the scriptures say. Yeah, Trump is the last president. The nation gonna come together because that's what the scriptures say. All right. How it's gonna happen, that's up to the Most High. But in my most humble opinion, I don't have that power right now, brother. Right? I go to brothers, they're gonna look at me and be like, brother, concentrate on your camp. All right. And you know, that's just that. Sirach 36:11. Gather all the tribes of Jacob together and inherit thou them as from the beginning. That's Jesus, the son of Sirach. He's doing a prayer and he's asking the Most High to gather all the tribes. Gather all the tribes together in one and inherit thou them as from the beginning. Antoinette Walker, how would you like to send it? The donation links are in the description box. How would you like to send it? Way beyond your pay grade. Who is this talking about? MAGA, save us from, oh, yeah, Trump saying he's gonna continue to be president. All right. Way beyond your pay grades, perfectly imperfect. All right. Okay, yeah. So any more questions or comments? I got to get out of here, y'all. Hit the like button, y'all, and subscribe to the page. I'm assuming Sister Antoinette Walker again. The donation links are in the description box. The donation links are in the description box if you want to donate. All right. We got a Cash App, PayPal, Apple Pay or Chime, and Zelle. Yeah, missiles from slave ships to... oh, Jay Wu is in the building. Shalom, King. My brother, the hip-hop connoisseur, Jay Wu is in the building. Shalom, King. Kwame Yashala. Brother Jay Wu is in the building. Definitely did support and subber elder. Be well. Subber, what you mean by subber? You must have missed something else. Brother Jay Wu in the building. Shalom. Oh, you mean sub? Oh, you mean subscribe. Oh, you mean you support it and subscribe. Okay, thank you, sister. Thanks in advance. Yeah, because my channel is monetized, but I don't come on here a lot, so I don't get a lot of super chat like that. So if y'all want to donate, always go to the subscription box. Oh, subscription. Yeah, go there too, but go to the description box. All the information for joining, information, everything is in a description box. The email, the donation links. All right. I'm not real fancy with the tech. I don't have all the links running across the screen or whatever. I'll get to that, y'all, Salakia. But I'm old school. I type it in black and white in the description box. Oh, you ain't got your glasses on. Well, I got mine's on for me and you. Sister, what state you in? Sister, I keep calling you Perfectly Imperfect. I know that's not your name. Well, you may not want to put your name up here, but what state you in? From slave ship to spaceships, kind. They up there shooting in Connecticut. Oh, you in New Jersey? Kind. Who is that? That's probably somebody I know, but I don't recognize your YouTube name. You know what I'm saying? It'd be people in a camp, and I'd be like, "Who's that?" They'd be like, "It's me, Elder." I'm like, I don't know your YouTube name. Y'all gotta start telling me who y'all are. Send me an email and say, "That's me on YouTube, Elder." Tri-states. Right, slave ships to spaceships. We got next, Khan. All right, y'all. This video has been way longer than I anticipated. I'm gonna have to do another short Atlantic City announcement video because this turned into a lesson discussion Q&A, and it's late, y'all. I'm a night owl, but I'm gonna get some rest. Today is another day. Later today is another day. Get an early start. Get some things done. Work, work, work. Work in life and above and beyond. Work for the Most High. Kakisha Alvarez, yo twin. Yo twin. I don't know what that means. Who's Kakisha Alvarez? I got a twin? Who's my twin? Are you a twin? Let me get off here, y'all. But anyway, hit the like button, subscribe, share. Share on your share on your other social media platforms. If you are in the tri-state area or near New Jersey or traveling, May 24th and 25th, the weekend of so-called Memorial Day, HOI Atlantic City Boardwalk Rebuke Awakening Camp, May 24th, 5 p.m. on the Boardwalk, 1245 Boardwalk. And come on out. That Sunday, May 25th, 3 p.m., we have a post-camp cookout, 3 p.m. until undisclosed location. You got to RSVP at houseofisraelnyc@gmail.com to get that location. You can bring something, bring food for the grill, food, drinks, whatever, or you can give a monetary donation towards the cookout. And even if you can't make it that weekend, you can still donate to support the trip. We're going to need travel, food, all that, expenses, emergencies. Your financial support is greatly appreciated still for the so-called Memorial Day weekend rebuke. Anything from $5 to $5,000, whatever you can afford. All right. Jay Wu question, will our people ever unite? Brother, yes, brother, we just read that. But we're going to unite under Yahushua and the truth the way the Most High wants us to do it, which is what we're doing now by teaching this gospel, but it's going to come on a higher level through Most High Christ and the angels doing the ultimate uniting of the nation. But we're uniting now. And if you see 300 people together in a congregation, that's Israel uniting. If you see 3,000 people, 30,000, right? They got a camp, Israel united in Christ. They're uniting in Christ. They got 20,000, I don't know however many. I'm just giving around numbers. They got 20,000 members worldwide. They're uniting in Christ. Yeah, but we're going to come together. But we're going to come together under the Most High's plan, not how we say or think. All right, and no man, no one man on the earth is going to get the credit. No one man on the earth is going to get the credit for bringing Israel together. So that's another reason why, Brother Ariyah, I can't do it. Because I don't, that power, that office belongs to Yahushua. Only Yahushua is going to ultimately bring Israel completely together. Yeah, IUIC deep. Yeah, they got numbers. They definitely got numbers, which is a good thing. Numbers is good when it's the right spirit. All right, y'all. So with that, death and destruction to Esau and the nations, power, peace, safety, and the kingdom of heaven to the 12 tribes of Israel forever and ever. Amen. Kwame Asha'ala, we still got next. All praise to the Most High of Mashiach Yahushai. Salakia. All praise to the Most High of Mashiach Yahushai forever and ever. Amen. Kwame Asha'ala. You can't afford to move from the danger zone. Just try not to be over there as much as you can. And when you are over there, stay in the damn house. But you can't even get some rest because niggas is shooting. But try to avoid it or pray to the Most High to give you a better job and income to move out that neighborhood. Not all good neighborhoods are expensive either. Keep that in mind. You got to do your research, but not all good neighborhoods are expensive. All right, so with that, Priest Zabach, Elder Zabach, Brother Zabach, whatever title you choose to call me, Kwame Ashala, we still got next. Hallelujah. Bring it out. HOI to them chariots fly, only screaming if you mean it. All the camps that are sincere in Yahweh and Yahweh Shai throughout the four corners of the earth. By Shema Mashiach Yahweh Shai forever and ever. Amen. Kwame Ashala. Shalom. Khan. Kwame Ashala. Khan. Remember, Atlantic City Rebuke Camp, May 24th, 2025, 5 p.m., 1245 Boardwalk, Atlantic City, New Jersey, across from Home Slice Pizza. Come on out and get the word. All of Israel is welcome that are in Yahweh Shai and sincerity and truth in the spirit. And Sunday will be the cookout. Israel, you're welcome, but it's limited. You got to be vetted. And we got to, make sure who you are before you come. House of Israel NYC at gmail.com. House of Israel NYC at gmail.com for any further details. Shalom, Lamech. There, you got on here as I'm getting off. But Shalom, King, blessings to you and the family. I want to see y'all in the building at Atlantic City and the cookout the next day. I'll give you the information, Lamech. Kwame Ashala, we still got next. Hallelujah. HOI to them chariots fly. Only screaming if you mean it. Bring it out. We still got next. HOI Pull-Up Boys. Pull-Up Boys is still here. We coming back in full effect with the van and everything real soon to a pull-up near you. Might be Cincinnati. Might be Memphis in May. Might be where any other major story happened. Most High will. Most High will. If it be the Most High will, we'll be pulling up. All praises. By Shema Mashiach Yahushai. So yeah, stay in the spirit, Israel, forever and ever. Amen. Hope to see y'all in Atlantic City Memorial Day weekend for the Rebuke Camp and the post-Rebuke Camp cookout. Kwame Ashala. Shalom. Khan. Kwame Ashala.